Hi, Sarah and Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's really good to get your views and expertise about working with McQuaig. So just to kick us off, it would be really good to know a little bit more about you. So Rachel, do you want to start off by telling people a little bit about your role and who you are and who you help?
Yep, of course. So I'm Rachel Jones, head of the people team at Autosmart. We help our leaders to understand the strengths and development areas of their people to support their personal development, and also to understand the dynamics of their team to help them work well together. We also help our leaders when they're hiring to match candidates to roles that they're more likely to enjoy, and to understand areas where candidates might need more support as they learn their new roles with us.
Thanks, Rachel. And Sarah, could you introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, hi, I'm Sarah Moore. I'm the franchise manager at Autosmart. So my role is to help our network of franchisees to sell their businesses when the time's right for them by valuing and marketing their franchise and working with them to find a buyer. The other half of my role is then to help new franchisees to decide if an Autosmart franchise is the right match for them. So we support them through the onboarding process and work with their regional business managers to ensure that they've got the bespoke support that they really need in the early stages of business ownership.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for that. So when you first started working with Holst, what was your biggest challenge there, and what did you find you needed help with the most?
I found there was a lot to understand about the McQuaig system to use it really well. And I found the training courses run by Holst were really good for helping to build the knowledge I needed to be able to support our leaders. And Vanessa, as our consultant, you've always been available for help and advice when something unusual or new crops up, which it does fairly frequently. So that's been very helpful as well.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And for me, I think it took time to understand that interrelationship between the four key markers of the word survey. So I think support from Holst and just general time and experience of using the system helped to build the knowledge. I think you've been really helpful, Vanessa, when we've had those tricksy sort of non-standard profiles as well, which take a bit of time and experience to interpret too.
Yeah, there's quite a lot in the system to get your head around and getting familiar with how all the different surveys kind of link up together, which takes a bit of time. And then when they do, it gives you kind of a really good overview of that person and traits and all that kind of thing. You have been with us with quite some time, which is fantastic. That's really, really good. What would you have said you've managed to accomplish during that time working with us?
I would say it's a real accomplishment that all of our leaders have bought into using the McQuaig system, and they understand the value of always using it when recruiting and also in their people-related planning and decision making. And we've got a job survey for every role, which is really good for helping us find the right match for both the person and the business.
Yeah, having that job survey for every role is important, and we kind of call it our gold standard. If you've got a job survey profile that you're looking at in order to be able to match candidates to it, it takes the guesswork out of it. Yeah. Well, what would you have said, Sarah?
I think the McQuaig profile in MMAT has helped us to build and shape a really robust recruitment process. So running your own business is a really heavy coat to wear, and it's helped us and new franchisees to predict and to understand how they might behave under pressure. I think alongside identifying those areas of risk, which is essential that we and they know and understand before they commit to investing in excess of 100,000 in a business opportunity.
Yeah, 100,000 is a lot to invest, so good to know up front whether you think they're going to be an appropriate match for that.
Yeah.
And what have been some of your key results from working with McQuaig?
I would say that one of our strategies is to improve our staff retention and engagement. What we've done is we always use McQuaig psychometrics in our recruitment decisions. It means we're matching people to roles they're likely to enjoy. Because of this, half of our teams are already achieving our 85% staff retention goal, and our staff rated us as good to work for in our 2023 engagement survey. We're about to survey again, so we're really excited to see our results for this year.
That is impressive, Rachel. We talk about the gold standard when you use job surveys to match your candidates' word surveys too, so that you can make sure you're getting a right match for the traits that you actually want in the role, rather than falling into matching candidate to candidate. Yeah. Sarah, what about you?
I think we count churn as someone who chooses to resell their franchise within their first 3 years, and McQuaig and Holst have been a real key part of helping us to achieve zero churn. So our business is built on happy, profitable franchisees who love what they do and stay a really, really long time. And currently 72% of our network have been with us for over 5 years and 50% for over 10 years.
Wow, that's some pretty impressive numbers. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So if somebody was having a look at this video and was a bit on the fence about working with us, what would you say to them?
I think I would suggest that they got in touch with you and started by completing a McQuaig profile themselves, and then also be willing to share that with a few key people who know them well and be really honest with them as well. And then I think they'll see how accurate and valuable it is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest that. That works really well.
I know we've talked about this before when people are completing a survey and they go through it and they just think, I'm not sure this is going to work. And then they get the feedback and they start nodding and laughing, and you think, yeah, and they say what a good match it is, which is great. So a bit of a difficult kind of question here, but if you were to summarize working with Holst in one word, what would you say?
I'd probably say it's invaluable.
Yeah, I'd agree. Really insightful.
Yeah, that's really great to know. Thank you so much. I mean, it's always a pleasure working with you, but to get some great feedback like this is invaluable for us as well.
You're welcome.
Thank you both so much for your time and sharing with us today. And
no problem.
yeah,
Thank you.
Have a good day.